So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or students. So I'm happy to be here to talk something about cities, living in the cities. So I think the most important thing in this thing is the feeling, because when we're speaking cities for living, the main part of this idea is we are creating the homes. Yeah. So, as an architect, this is the most important idea. Let's start play a little bit as an architect. So first of all, we need the ground. So maybe what we are need to have a better or the ideal house. For sure, we need a house. For example, this one, we need a warm house for sure. Fence, tree, birds, and for sure a dog. And I think everybody who's sitting here like this, because this is what we want, actually. Something like this, finally. This is a plan. Yeah. It looks great, but this is a country house. This is not a house for the city. On the other hand, how we live today. So this is the plan, and nobody can now live in such houses as a country house. Yeah. This is a picture from the past. But this is from Bratislava, this is from Ružino, this is from like the 1970s. And you see the buildings are still there, the people are living still there, but without very small changes. The color of the building is a little bit changed, but the people are still living there. There are trees, a little bit bigger. Okay, this is Bratislava. This is Hong Kong. When you come out from the airport, you see this. Okay? It looks like Leopard's house, no? This is an example from China, from Shanghai, from the highest building, World Financial Center. You see the shadow there. Okay. Oops. You see the shadow there. And you see different types of living in this city. Yeah. Maybe you like this, you don't like this, maybe you like this. So it's very different in each country, in each city. The art of the living is very different. Or this is near Moscow, two lost peoples in the middle, in the nowhere, with plastic bags. So I don't like it. This is the reality from Slovakia. So it's a 4-story house, but it's very common. It's very the people like this in Slovakia because it's cheap, and this is the reality from not from Bratislava maybe, but in other towns in Bratislava. It's very cheap. Okay. Let's talk about population because it has connection to the population. In year 2008, this was the first time in history that from the worldwide population total, more people are living in cities and towns as in the country. So this is very important thing. This is the graphic about the population. We have here 1,800 year 2010, 100, sorry. And you see, what is this point? This point is World War II. After World War II, it was really big amount of people after. And we are simply here. And we have 3 options. And for sure, we need to solve the living in the future cities. I think the option with this option is the worst option because this means war or something like a big disaster for our planet. This means something we need to regulation. The regulation of the population is important in this case, and this one is probably the most positive picture than we face in the future. So what we can do in a local, because this was a global point of view, and what is the local point of view? The local point of view is the Bratislava, for example, and the living in the city, in our city, was dropping down. For example, yeah, the worldwide population goes up, and we are going down, and this was happened around the year 2000, and from this time it's on one level, but this is only the number of people who is registered in our city. Eh? This is approx 450,000, but you need to understand that the city has more 350,000 plus, so together it's about 800,000 people that are living in Bratislava. And this is the problem for the city, for the management of the city, because the more people don't pay taxes, the non-registered people don't pay taxes in our town, and the town needs money for the management of the city, and it's not very good for our city. Okay, there is what is from the living point of view most important thing. This is the traffic and density. Imagine that this is a town, yeah. Or this is a block of houses, 1, 2, 3, and this orange one or yellow, and this blue one is a street. When this is in an optimum value, you can get Vienna. And I think you like Vienna because Vienna is the density of the buildings and of the traffic is very good, and has possibilities to do there, as speaker before said, it's the future of the traffic is in a pedestrian flow, and in the pedestrians and in the bicycles for sure. But you have a problem in the city to do the bicycle ways after, because there is no space. So because you can't do the existing street wider, so mostly. Imagine that this is another town with a little bit more density in the block, and with more, the grid of the streets will be higher. What we can get? We can get, for example, Hong Kong, yeah? And Hong Kong is one of the most dense cities in the world. And you need to do there some extraordinary constructions for streets, as you see. This is not from Hong Kong, this is from Shanghai, street over street. And I don't think this is the way, but people live there, they are happy there, maybe. And for example, the people need to do their pedestrian flows on different levels. So it's very, very high, the density there. But they can do some environmental macro spaces. For example, this is from Singapore, from Orchard Road. You see that the environment can be done on another way, very good for the people, for living people better in these very dense cities. Okay, this is what happened when the block of the houses are not together. They're a little bit out. For together with streets. So there are more empty spaces, and this is what we have in Bratislava. We have a problem with the density, because the scale of the city, the area of the whole city, is the same as Vienna. And we need to learn to use the city better. For example, this is from VUB Bank, a picture that you see the Minsk Nivy, and this is that area, yeah, without any access. So we need to do something with that. And it looks sometimes not good, yeah, because no people there. The people are in shopping centers, no, not in the city. And we need to learn how we can feel the city better. What is the future of the cities? This is an interesting picture from London, maybe fantastic picture. Yeah. Carousels everywhere, yeah, but I don't think this is the future for the living. This is an example from a French architect that he did some ideas for New York, but you see this is the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building has 100 floors, yeah, and now you are there, so it's very, very expensive. And I don't think any developer will pay for some floors with the trees there. So, but as an idea, is very good, yeah. For example, this one, yeah, this is a park 150 meters over the ground, so it's too expensive, yeah, but okay, as an idea, it is very good. Finally, what is the challenge, what do we face in the future? We need to think, it's common, yeah, think local, think global, be local. And I think everybody likes this picture. This picture is the historic center of Bratislava, our city, but it's a history. We don't build it. We just renew it. And we need to learn how we can get the feeling from the old spaces to the new spaces. And I don't think it's not possible. And this is the question, why the Bratislava is not in this spreadsheet. So it's a quality living survey from Mercer, and they just after considering some 40 points, they come to a conclusion that Vienna, Zurich, Auckland, Munich, Vancouver, these are the cities where the living is the best in the world. But why? You see there are countries, there are rich countries, there are high-level countries, and what they have together, what is together, what can they keep together, these all countries? The rules. So we, for the future, for the better living, we need the clear rules how to develop the city, how to develop the infrastructure, and finally how to be happy in our cities. Maybe like this. This is from our project in Bratislava. It's in Čuňovo. There is a water. So I think everybody like this. It's good inside and good outside. So we have investors, a lot of. We have architects, a lot of. Yeah, we have a construction companies, lot of, and other involved professionals. But are they linked? Yeah, do they together? No, I don't think so. Especially in our country, I think they do together in Switzerland, in Germany, and in other countries, because they can do good cities for living, and for the future. We need to have good public finance management to go hand in hand to force a good urban planning, for creating good city infrastructure with good public space. And when all this is done, then we can say to have a better cities for living.